Downtown Detroit to watch the Lions take on the Colts here at home. A week ago, Detroit got the big win over Dallas in the kickoff game. And the Indianapolis Colts escaped with a 3-point win over Miami last week at home. And now we are here in the Motor City. Now, normally the quarters would be 12 minutes long for this game. The league has made an exception for tonight due to time constraints. So, just 10-minute quarters. And as soon as we get the starting lineup set, we'll be underway. The Lions have a lot of primetime games this season, including that big kickoff game a week ago. They also have this Monday game. They have a Tuesday night game next week. And then the week after that, they have the week after that, they have is the first game that won't be prime time for them. That will be 5:10 p.m. against the Bengals in week 4. And then week 5, they play on Sunday Night Football. Week 6, they play on Saturday Night Football. Week 7, they play on Friday Night Football. Week 8 is another mid-afternoon game, so 4:15 p.m. for them. Week 9 for Detroit is a 1 p.m. game. And to close out the season, it's a 5:10 p.m. game, so Detroit has a lot of primetime games. Next week will be the third primetime game in a row for them. However, this is the second week they've been the home team because they were the home team in the big kickoff game a week ago. They're at home this week. When they play on Tuesday Night Football next week to close out week 3, they'll be playing at Lambeau Field against the Packers. And before we truly get started, again, we got to get the starting lineups. We got to get the starting lineup set. And we will do that when we get back from this short break. Okay, welcome back to Monday Night Football here on YouTube TV Network. And thank you to one viewer just now tuning in. You're just in time. Now, we did mention that normally it's 12-minute quarters per league rules, but the league has made an exception for tonight. Due to some time constraints. Because they... Hang on a sec. Oh, that's right, he's fullback. Because the network's going to be busy with GTA 5 On Patrol Live up next, so due to time constraints, that's why it's going to only be 10-minute quarters. Okay, we are ready to go from the Motor City. So the 1-0 Lions taking on the 1-0 Colts. Sanchez kicks this away, and we're underway in the Motor City. Here's the return by Jackson. And Jared Goff will go to work at 1st and 10 at his own 28. We mentioned that the Lions are coming off that big win in Mexico City in the big kickoff game last week against Dallas. And Jared Goff ready to go to work here. We mentioned before the game started that the Lions have a lot of primetime games. Only 3 of their games are not in primetime. As Goff gonna start with his legs, how about that? Never mind. Only got it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Well, week 2 closes with the 49ers and Saints on Tuesday Night Football tomorrow night. And then week 3 kicks off with the Cardinals and Vikings in Mexico City for Friday Night Football. As week 2 started our international games. Goff looking, fires, pass caught, breaking some ankles, and give him 6 points. Amara St. Brown, who had at least 2 touchdowns in that season opener against the Cowboys last week. Meanwhile, the Cowboys were able to rebound after the loss. They were able to beat the Packers at home. They won that game 28-14. Cowboys are 1-1. Packers are 0-2. And Packers are the next opponent for the Lions. And the Lions will play their first road game of the season. Next week. As here's the return. So Lions score a touchdown. Nick Foles. Even though he was cut in real life, we're going to keep him on here in this summer league. So here he goes, going to work. Super Bowl 52 champion with the Philadelphia Eagles. And not very good stats for 2021 for him. However, he did have some good stats last week as they won by a touchdown. But it was by 3, so game was tied. Or, no, not tied. The Dolphins had a 3-point lead. They were leading 16-19. And as time expires, Nick Foles found Michael Pittman in the end zone for a touchdown. And that would win the game for the Indianapolis Colts. Dolphins rebounded with a win this week over the Buccaneers last night. Looking to try to beat the Lions here on the road. Firing over the middle. Incomplete. Third and inches, handing it off. They're going to get the first down, though. Jonathan Taylor with the rush. Fires, one-hand catch. Complete. Foles fires. Passes. Intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. Oh no, Elliott. Elliott gets the interception. And Jared Goff and the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 9. Forgot to trade away Jamal Williams, so we'll have to trade him. Here's Goff, firing, passes caught. That's Jamison Williams, who had a few touchdowns in that season opener a week ago. Goff hands it off to Gainwell, the former Philadelphia Eagle, part of the Super Bowl 57 team. Goff fires. Open receiver complete. That was Marvin Jones Jr. Going for Marvin Jones. He's had a couple of touchdowns in the opener too, and he has one here. And we forgot to change his number. Here's Badgley on for the extra point. This to make it 14-0, and does. So Indianapolis finds themselves down 14-0. With 4. So Nick Foles threw the interception on his first drive. Costly turnover there. That's incomplete. Here's Foles. Complete over the middle. That's Campbell. Second reception, 16 total yards for him tonight. 3rd down and 4 now for Indianapolis. Fires to Jonathan Taylor, and he's stopped shy, 4th and 3. And they're going to go for it on 4th down and 3. And they're going to get the first down. Here's Foles, 1st down and 10. Gonna fire over the middle. That's complete to Pittman, who made the reception as time expired last week to beat the Dolphins at home. Incomplete. Pittman didn't run for the ball that time. Foles on the run, fires, pass is incomplete. Foles hit as he throws it. 4th down and 10. And McLaughlin's going to try a 61-yarder to hopefully get his team on the board. No good. I guess not that bad of an idea to try a 61-yarder. We saw one made yesterday, so might as well go for it. Goff over the middle. That's right for a reception, the tight end. Gainwell. First quarter winding down here. The pitch here. Second and goal. That's a nice catch there. Now I think what they're trying to do is just waste this clock here. They don't really need to score again before the end of the first. It doesn't look like they're going to snap it. That's the end of the first quarter. So 14-0, Detroit leads it after one here. Not that bad of a decision to just stand there and let the clock run out. But Goff firing for Williams, who makes the catch for the Detroit touchdown. His second tonight. And that extra point is good, so it makes it 21-0. And in games when teams trailed by 21 points or more, they are 1-2. As that's the stats through week 1 at least, because the Bengals were down 21-0. They beat the Vikings in the season opener. And then the Commanders lost to the Chiefs after trailing 21-0 at one point in the game. And then Carolina lost to Buffalo in the week 1 matchup after trailing 21-0 at a point in the game. So there's just an interesting stat for you through the first week of action, as that's caught for a first down. And we're about to be 2 weeks through action. There's about to be 8 weeks of football left. Over the middle, incomplete. And you might not see the logo for the Indianapolis Colts on their helmet. That's because they're wearing their alternative helmet. Actually, you can see it. You can see it on the back, but they are wearing their alternative helmet tonight. That's why it's not on the side. Last time out, the Colts missed that 61-yard field goal. And can only get it to the 46-yard line. You got to at least get this ball into field goal range. And they do. So the kicker should trot on the field here. And he will. McLaughlin to attempt a 56-yard field goal to at least get his team on the board. This time the kick is good. So Indianapolis gets on the board this time after missing the field goal last drive. But they're still down 18 here, 7:13 to go until the half. Well, last night during Sunday Night Football, the New York Giants managed to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Teams were tied at 42. They went to overtime. And a costly mistake by the Chiefs after they intercepted it resulted in a fumble, which went out of the back of the end zone and turned into a safety. So the Giants won 44-42. And that's the second game the Giants played in overtime in back-to-back weeks. Because week 1 they played in overtime against the Raiders. They lost by 3. And then they play in overtime against Kansas City and win by 2. Goff looking, fires. He's got Jamison Williams. Gainwell. Stopped at the 45, 2nd and 7. And now stopped at the 43. Wobbler incomplete. Goff hit as he threw that one. And that's Decker, or however you say his last name. And Detroit calls a timeout. Badgley gonna try a 60-yard field goal. No good. So both teams have missed a field goal tonight. Let's see how this one turned out. Aw, so close, but it didn't hit the crossbar. And a break for the Indianapolis Colts as they don't go down even more scores. Over the middle, pass caught, Pittman. And that's what the Colts needed to do. They needed to force Detroit to either punt or attempt a field goal there so they can try to get back in this game. And as a result of that field goal, they got lucky as Detroit was unable to make it. And now they have a great opportunity to try to use that to their advantage here and at least get a score closer. They just left the receiver wide open for an Indianapolis touchdown. And it will be an 11-point Detroit lead as the extra point is good. So teams are 1-2 after trailing by 3 scores or more. The Colts, though, made it a 2-score game. The Colts can take the lead with 2 touchdowns. Gainwell. We know the clock's going to stop for the 2-minute warning this quarter. Nice throw to the right, to the right side to Amara St. Brown. 3rd down and 2. Going for Jamison Williams. He's got him. Jamison still on his feet. Goff to Wright. Wright getting around. Wright getting into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Lions just made it a 17-point game, with a chance to make it an 18-point game again. And it is now a 3-scored lead for the Lions. So Indianapolis gets the ball back. And they got a touchdown on the last drive, so hoping to do that again. And in fact, they need to do that again. Here's Foles. Firing, pass incomplete. Foles hands it to Jonathan Taylor. 3rd down and 6. And the 2-minute warning is here. 28-10. Detroit leads it, and I would imagine a punt is going to happen here. No, they're going to stay out and go for it. And there's the catch by Campbell. How about that? This one isn't over yet. Well, that drive wasn't over at least. There's a catch. Oh, fumble, ball out. And it's picked up by Detroit. Jalen Ramsey comes away with it. But hang on. With 1:19 to go in the second, could this be the second fumble that a team's recovered, and could it be called back? Last night during the game, during the Kansas City New York Giants game, they thought they made Valdez-Scantling fumble. Unfortunately, they did not, and they did not make the Colts fumble here either. Campbell looking for the end zone, couldn't get there. If you don't get it here, you definitely call a timeout. And they do. Third down and 3. I think with you being as close to the end zone as you are, you go for it if it gets to be 4th down. There's a touchdown for the Colts. 2-scored game again. Pittman with the touchdown there. Touchdown for their Colts, touchdown for Lions, touchdown for Colts. That's how it's been. And still another half to play in this football, which during halftime we'll do a pretty much a abbreviated halftime. Which will just be the scores from the other games, along with a reminder of who's playing tomorrow night. and who's playing in the Week 3 kickoff game. So returned it to his own 35. Here's Goff, 1st and 10. Fires to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Pass is caught, and that should bring the second quarter to an end, and it will. So 28-17 at half, and as we mentioned, abbreviated halftime here. So earlier today, Commanders lost by 7 to the Kansas City in Week 1. They win 38-35 over the Bears. Bears to 0-2, Commanders to 1-1. And the Chargers rebound after a loss last Friday night to Atlanta. They win 21-7. Broncos fall to 0-2. The Chargers are now 1-1. Cowboys, they recover after a loss to the Lions in the kickoff game. They win 28-14. Cowboys are 1-1. Packers are now 0-2. And the Cardinals keep their season perfect after they beat the Rams 23-16. Rams fall to 1-1, and the Cardinals go to 2-0. And in our game, it's 28-17. Both offenses appear to be good. And tomorrow night, it's the 1-0 49ers against the 1-0 Saints to close out Week 2. And then Week 3 kicks off in Mexico City with the Cardinals taking on the Vikings. So the 2-0 Cardinals taking on the 0-2 Vikings. Alrighty, so we did mention there is some time constraints here. So without further ado, off we go in the third quarter of play. Nick Foles will take over 1st and 10 at his own 28. Got them a touchdown before halftime. Touchdown here would put it within 4. Incomplete, almost picked. There's Taylor. Third down and 7. Incomplete. They're going to go for it on 4th down again. They did convert in the second quarter, which was the last time they went for it. They're not going to convert here, though. Detroit's going to take over 1st and 10 at the opponent 36. Rush up the middle for Detroit. 2nd down and 2. So Indianapolis stalls out. They turn it over on downs in their first drive of the third quarter. And that's incomplete. Detroit faces 3rd down and 2. Incomplete again. Brock Wright, they could kick a field goal. They're going to go for it, though. And Marvin Jones Jr. hauls it in, keeps the drive alive for Detroit. Fire in for Amon-Ra St. Brown, who gets another touchdown tonight. This one will be his 2nd touchdown. And Badgley's kick is good, makes it 35-17. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover on downs Indianapolis did. Nice return there. Here's Foles, handing it off to Jonathan Taylor, who's quickly wrapped up after a gain of 2. Michael Pittman hauls it in over the middle, deep downfield. Jonathan Taylor with the catch and run there. 3rd down and 3. That pass is caught. The drive stays alive. Incomplete. Intended for Jonathan Taylor. Second and 10. Pass is caught. What a nice catch for Campbell there. Tries the trickaroo, throws incomplete. Colts have come this far, don't want to stall out now. The pitch to Jonathan Taylor. He gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. That would have been a big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead it brings up 4th and goal. They're going to go for it here instead of kicking the field goal. He stays on his feet. Taylor fighting for it. He's going to get wrapped up. And the Lions will take over on downs at their own 4-yard line. And just like the last drive, that drive results in a turnover on downs also. Goff is going to hand it off. And only gets a gain of 2. Goff from his own end zone fires. Intercepted. Stephon Gilmore. How about that? Taylor. Here's Taylor. How about Aaron Donald with the stop there? Foles looking, fires to the end zone, incomplete. 3rd and goal. Third and goal. Taylor fighting to the end zone, can't get there. from the opponent 3, going for it on 4th down again. And gonna get sacked. And it's 1st down and 10 for Detroit. At their own 13, that's the 3rd time, 3rd straight drive. Detroit's stopped him on 4th down. But the reason why Indianapolis is going for it is because they're trying to leave themselves plenty of time to try to get back in this game. Because they need 3 touchdowns to take the lead. So Goff threw a pick the last time he was out there. This time he completes it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has his 3rd touchdown of the night. That extra point is good, 42-17. First and 10 from his own 17. Here's Foles. Well, after the game, stay tuned for a few post-game things, like who these guys will be playing next week. Defensive pass interference there, but for who these guys will be playing next week and who will be next on Monday Night Football. All that coming up after the game. Incomplete. Third down and 6. Ryan's going to get sacked. It's going to be 4th down and 14. Aaron Donald with the sack. And that ends the 3rd quarter of play. So 42-17 after 3 quarters. And we're going to grab just a short break and be back in a sec. Alright, here we go as we welcome you back. Indianapolis faces a 4th and 14 as we start the 4th and final quarter. They've got to go for it. Down a bunch here. They have 10 minutes to try to turn this around. Flag on the play. They might have just got a free first down. And they did. They got a free first down. Jalen Ramsey again. His second this week. He's had 2 last week. And Jalen's got to start getting it together. Especially because that would have been a big stop there. Incomplete. Indianapolis has not touched that field goal since they got their first points of the game. And at this point in the game, you don't want a field goal. You got to score a touchdown. Incomplete on 3rd down, 4th and 5. Over the middle, there's Jonathan Taylor with the first down. Foles looking, fires, pass incomplete. Third down, fires, pass incomplete, flag on the play. Defensive pass interference again. Jalen Ramsey is 3rd this week. 1st and goal from the opponent 1-yard line. Here's Foles. That's caught for a Colts touchdown. So they get the penalty. It helps them score. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion on top of that. There's the return for Detroit. Trying to run this clock out. It looks like that's what they're going to do, is run the clock out. Got to run 8 minutes, 4 seconds off. Gainwell with the first down. There's going to be a stoppage at the 2-minute warning. But I would say definitely now the Colts are going to want to start thinking about trying to get the ball back. And they're going to have to knock the ball out of their hands. First down. Another first down for Detroit. Another first down for Detroit. Or no, it's not a first down. That should be... No, it's 3rd down and 1. Look how much time the Lions ran off the clock, though. Touchdown. The Lions call a timeout. Gonna go for 2 here. Incomplete. 4 minutes, 1 second for Indianapolis. Obviously not going to win this one, but they can try to get closer. I feel like one more touchdown and you can consider it not a bad loss. I mean, they're going to lose this game, but if they can get at least one more touchdown, it won't be that bad of a loss. 3 minutes, 56 seconds to go. And there's a quick first down. And see, Indianapolis knows that there's no way they're going to win this game. But they're just playing for pride. Trying to at least cut into the score some more. Because how about this? Foles using his legs, getting a first down. That's incomplete, intended for Campbell. Pass intended for Jonathan Taylor is picked off by Elliott. And Elliott's gone. It's going to be a pick 6. And the Lions put the score into the 50s. Oh, that's intercepted. So with 2 minutes 32 seconds, here's Detroit to kick off again after the pick 6. And coming up right after the game, we mentioned not only the abbreviated version of the post-game show where we just talk about who's playing who next week, who's playing on Monday night next week. But coming up after this game is an all-new episode of GTA 5 On Patrol Live as we reach the 2-minute warning here. 54-25. Colts still need to score at least once more to try to make this not a terrible loss. I mean, they knew it was going to be troublesome coming on the road to play the Lions at home. Or to play the Lions. But, I mean, You almost don't think that it's going to be this troublesome until it is this troublesome. On the run, finds him in the end zone, incomplete, never mind. Minute 21 to go, 3rd down 10. Firing, pass, incomplete, flag on the play. Defensive pass interference. Jalen Ramsey is 4th of this game. I would imagine you just let the Colts score here. They do. Because Detroit can just run the clock out. So Detroit can run the final 72 seconds off the clock and end this one here. Here's Sanchez to kick it away. And 67 seconds to go. Now I would imagine Jared Goff's just going to hand it off until the clock runs out. Gainwell fighting for the 1st down, gets it. So this isn't that bad of a loss for Indianapolis. They lose by 2 scores. Actually, they lose by more than 2 scores, but they lose by at least 4 scores. So it's not... I mean, it's kind of bad, but it's not that bad. Because if you think about the score, you think, well, 32-54, they're close together, so... And that ends at 54-32, the final here. Detroit, the winners at home. They go to 2-0. Indianapolis falls to 1-1. And before we sign off here, let's tell you who these 2 are playing next week. So let's just log this. So tomorrow night's the Saints and 49ers close out week 2 on Tuesday Night Football. Then it's off to Arizona versus Minnesota and Mexico City on Friday night. Next week, the Lions take on the Packers on Tuesday Night Football to close out week 3. And the Colts... Where are they? The Colts travel to LA to take on the Rams at SoFi Stadium, so another road game. They'll be put to the test again. But other than that, next up on next Monday night game, which is next week, will be the Titans versus the Bills. Until then, so long everybody. Enjoy GTA 5 on Patrol Live.